Versace, the man of Vogue, died on July 16, 1997. Today we will learn how Andrew Cunanan leads to Gianni Versace's homicide. If you didn't know, Gianni Versace was a homosexual as well as Andrew Cunanan. This led to Gianni Versace's homicide. Homosexuals kept their homosexuality in the closet for a very long time. In the 1990s, Versace's fashion industry was rising up. Versace and Cunanan first met at a gay bar. Once Cunanan addressed him, he fell in love with him, he was obsessed with him, and he started stalking him. Cunanan at the end wanted to become Versace. Although this documentary is about Versace, you need to know that Andrew Cunanan was a serial killer and had killed 4 other homosexuals months before. The most important thing you need to know is that Andrew Cunanan had multiple personalities. After meeting Versace in that gay bar in 1990, he started befriending wealthy homosexual men. Cunanan would lie to all his friends. Sometimes he would say he was a Jew, sometimes he would say he was straight, sometimes he would say he was a homosexual. Andrew Cunanan would always rant that he was rich and that he had Italian parents. Although this was not true, he made this to sugar up his stories. Andrew Cunanan, the spree killer, first killed his ex-boyfriend and his ex-best friend. He first killed Jeffrey Terrell and then David Manson. David Manson and Andrew Cunanan were friends. There was an argument and Andrew Cunanan left them. After he came back to visit them, Andrew Cunanan found that Jeffrey Terrell and David Manson had a thing and were dating. While he was at David Manson's home, he caught Jeffrey Terrell over. Jeffrey Terrell came over, and because Andrew Cunanan's jealousy was so big and his personalities acted up, he killed Jeffrey Terrell with the hammer. Because this death had happened in David Manson's home, Andrew Cunanan blackmailed him in not calling the cops. The next day, they went on a road trip, and David Manson started telling Andrew Cunanan about his craziness. And he went crazy too, so then Andrew Cunanan decided to kill him, and that was his next kill. His third kill was the wealthiest man in Chicago, Lee Miglin. Lee Miglin was a homosexual with a beautiful wife, and they were married for about 50 years. He never told anyone, but Andrew Cunanan killed him too for his money. He taped around his head, and he left a lot of gay porn magazines around him for the cops to find. Because Lee Miglin was alone at his home at this time, Andrew Cunanan took his Lexus and left. Andrew Cunanan would always listen to the radio because he always wanted to know what the cops were doing and how much the cops knew about him and about his killings, right? So when he was in the Lexus, he found out that the car had a phone next to it, and that phone had a GPS. And the radio said the cops were after him. So Andrew Cunanan killed another man and took away his truck. Now this was his 4th killing. Now, Andrew Cunanan's only target was Versace. Versace at this time was in California. And while Versace was coming back from a morning run, and he was stepping on his front door, hey! Andrew Cunanan shot him. To conclude the story, Andrew Cunanan was still on the run for many months afterwards. Why? This was because many cops didn't want to take on cases about homosexuals. When Cunanan was found, he shot himself in the head.